Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. All right, we're road tripping again. Mark's driving, the big dummy's in the back seat, and we were trying to figure out what to get the baby mama for Christmas. And we're having dinner the other night, and Robbie sends me a text with a photo of what to get her for Christmas. And what does he send me a photo of? A brand new Suburban for like $53,000.
Seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, seemed like a great idea. And I said, no, she'd like something like an IROC. And Mark goes, really, an IROC? And when she heard IROC, right?
Her eyes lit up.
her eyes lit up like a 17-year-old in high school back in '87 that was going to get an IROC. So we did
better than a mixer.
We did a little Craigslist, Facebook, and Google in action, and apparently there ain't a whole lot of these freaking IROCs around.
Not with T-tops.
Not with T-top. Okay, so the criteria was T-tops. We'd like it to have been either a Z28 or an IROC, which I think after 86 they were all IROCs. Before 86 there was Z28 and IROC. So you could get a 85, 84. I think they started in 82. I don't know. I started doing a little research. I think the first couple of years it was a Z28. Then in the middle couple of years it was a Z28 with an IROC package. And then after that it was just the IROC. They had Z28, but you couldn't just get a Z28. It was a Z28 IROC. So anyway.
Did you tell any of your followers what IROC stands for?
Italian Retard Out Cruising? Yeah.
That's the one.
Long Island, right? Italian Retard Out Cruising. Anyway, and they did. Dude, every guinea had a giant bow, right, hanging from his rearview mirror, and they were cruising in their IROCs. Yeah, it was a sight. But anyway, they were pretty neat cars actually, and they only went for like 19 grand, loaded to the balls. Right, so you could get say balls. You could get a 305, the standard 305, which was that throttle body fuel injection. No, it was a throttle body. And the standard 305, I think that was like 155 horsepower. And then the middle of the road engine was the 305, the HO, which had TPI, and it was like 195 horsepower. I could be wrong with a lot of this stuff. I just did some quick research. And then the 350, after a certain year, they offered it with the tune port injection. They also did, I think, was it an LT1? That you couldn't just ask for an LT1. If you got like the 350 with the TPI and got the AC delete, you got extra stuff. It was some kind of weird GM package. That was an odd one, and it supposedly was very odd to get, like, only 100 of them will produce like that. And then they had a 305 HO that had throttle body injection that they used to put in the Berlinettas and the Rally Sports. I think primarily in the Berlinetta, which was supposed to be like the luxury version of the Camaro. So it was pretty much a Z28 without the cool shit.
Yeah. And
it looked very boring. My cousin Billy had one, and T-tops and all. But it was like a plain, like a non-glossy gray they had. It almost looked like it was primer. And it was this dull gray, didn't have any of the ground effects or anything, didn't really have nice wheels, but the thing moved. It moved. And then my college roommate Gary Hazard had a regular, I don't think it was a Z28. It had a 305 HO, and his thing really got up and went. I remember replacing the transmission mount would always break in those things, and I remember when I drove it to replace the transmission.
Mounts back then.
Huh? No, they were all rubber. There was no polyurethane mounts or anything. So anyway, we look around, and it's one pile of shit after the next, and so we're narrowing it down to the most original pile of shit is where we have to go with this, because
it claims to be the most original.
Well, claims to be, right, because everything has been, engines swapped, shifters, transmissions, shift kits, gauges all over the place, dashes cut apart. This one has the original radio, what looks to be the original radio in it. Doesn't look like anything was added to the interior. Doesn't look like the door panels were cut for speakers. No. Nothing seems to have been added. It doesn't look like anything on the body was done to it except it being fucking banged up everywhere over the course of 30 years everywhere.
It's got a green door.
No major dents that we could see from the pictures.
The driver fender, passenger fender, and passenger door apparently. Or
But
creased.
creased, but I can't see a major dent.
No, it's not major, but.
And who knows what he means by creased? I mean, you look at the pictures. He's saying creased. Could he
your
mean
standards of?
Well, I don't know. I don't. Did you see a crease on
Sure.
that door? I see a giant scrape. What it looked like, and then
Yeah, but he was trying to say that the metal is pushed in.
when I looked at other pictures, that's where the body side molding was. That's the exact spot for the body side molding. It had a colored body side molding that went like this much into the door and the fender and the quarter panel, and it was along the whole door. And I looked them up; they're available, and they have 3M double-sided tape.
On the back.
So that would make sense that's why there's that big white mark, and it's not a paint scrape. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He
needs
claims it needs
cover.
brakes
Front brakes and an exhaust.
and an exhaust, which we'd be replacing the exhaust anyway. And front brakes, who cares? Right?
What, the
Yeah,
also putting in glass
yeah.
packs?
Flow manufacturer.
No, because an exhaust on those things, really, back in the day, we didn't have a Flowmaster kit, so you would just really do the muffler, and that would really wake them up a little bit too. Surprisingly, for 195 horsepower was big shit back then in '89.
Now Civics make 195
Yeah.
horsepower.
But that was decent back then, and they felt decent. They were fun to drive. I beat
It's
up
a
a
fun
couple.
car. Does the 305 come with a peg leg in it though?
No, it has a limited slip, but it's got like a 270 limited slip differential. It's ridiculous.
Have you ever driven one?
Me?
Have you ever owned one?
I never owned one. No, I've driven quite a few of them. So that's where we're at. We're gonna go look at this thing and see how bad it actually is. The guy doesn't seem to want to move on his price. Not a penny less, he said.
Don't even come.
Yeah,
We're gonna
well,
waste everybody's time.
we're wasting everybody's time.
We're gonna waste everybody's time.
Because I didn't bring his asking. Come on, you want your asking price? I'll go within $250 of his asking price. What do you think?
I was gonna go with $2,000. And
Well, that's where I'm
walk
at.
away.
I got
Walk
two.
away.
I got two in the envelope. I was thinking walk away with the $250 added. So you're gonna drop this deal for $250? All right, see ya.
Whatever. Fuck 'em.
So the guy
I
wants.
think he got it for free from his friend who he claimed that he was the original owner of, and
The guy wants $2,500. $2,500, and he has said not a penny less.
We're gonna see what we get it for.
I love that. You want $2,500 for a car. You never put $2,500 in the ad.
Yeah,
you
no, exactly.
always paid the ad because people always want to negotiate. That's the game you got to play.
The problem is if you list that car for anything more than $2,500, people aren't even gonna look at it.
Well, then it's not worth it.
That's the rub.
So we got two. We'll go to $2,250, and see what this guy down a penny less. He said. So
We're gonna
we'll
go
see
with
what
two.
happens. We're
Nice.
gonna go with two. Could we not hit this van in front of us?
Well,
All right.
you know.
The certified chimney service guy decided to jump into the middle lane and
You
put
made
his
a
foot on
left
the
instead of trying.
Yeah. So the big dummy's got lines today. He said he made a left instead of changing lanes.
Moving on up.
All right. So we're gonna take the ride. It's about 40 minutes for us here on Long Island, which means it's 3 miles away, and we'll be back to you when we see this wreck.
Your destination will be on your left.
I almost like the George's Mustang. It's a nice garage.
It's cold. Okay.
Cock balls.
We looked at it. Let me give you a couple pictures. Well, what'd you think? It looked kind of beat up in the pictures, right? It looked doable, fast paint.
This is brutal.
All right, so after
Put your
last
fucking
night's
seatbelt on,
debacle,
you fuck.
I gotta put my seatbelt on.
He's gonna fucking beep the whole time. I don't want to hear this bullshit.
We're going 3
Don't give a
minutes.
fuck.
Oh, wait a second.
It's gotta smell like shit. You won't put your seatbelt on? Looking for a car with you. Jesus Christ. I volunteered for this shit. Watch you get drop it. You got a whole rubber mount. You don't mount the thing.
No, because by the time I mount the thing, we'll be there. I don't need to mount the thing. All right, so we're back here. Now we're going to, this is Italian retard out cruising 2, all right? Because Mark had to wait until it gets fucking dark out.
Now, what would you
to
call
go look at a
retard?
car? So now we got to bring, we got to go in the dark and bring a flashlight. So it turns out
Well,
there's
Axel over
one.
here doesn't want to do his own work.
There's one 8 blocks away from my house that's for sale.
7.
No, 8. It could be 9 blocks.
No.
It doesn't really fucking matter.
It's close. It's like 3 minutes away.
If that.
So we're gonna go look at
Wait,
it.
New York minutes?
New York minutes even.
New
With
York.
traffic? Or are you?
I don't.
are you-
I don't have high hopes.
You're such a
I just
Debbie
got a
Downer.
feeling.
You really are. You're negative. You're a
I
negative.
just got a
You're a
feeling.
negative person.
I got a feeling.
No,
I
you're
don't know.
Nelly.
Unappreciative and negative.
I just got a feeling. And this thing's been here all along.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the kid.
I've seen this guy.
Yeah, right? I can't fucking figure out who he is.
All right, do a little.
I went to school with these people, but I can't remember who they
Why
are.
don't you go out then?
I don't want to.
recording.
It's stupid.
Can't see it.
Protecting every inch of the vehicle. And being a negative Nelly while doing it.
Oh.
You want to take it around the block?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's frozen.
It's not bad.
What's wrong with it that you just are picking up?
Huh?
What's wrong with it that you're picking up?
It's a little. It's a
Stiff?
little beat up.
It's got some
Huh?
It's got some oomph to it. Yeah, I feel where you're saying. I feel
What?
the wind right through here.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be drafty. Is that the idle's way too high.
It's like Robbie's Blazer. I feel like it's very.
Tech is way off. It's idle, not high. Yeah, the tach's not.
What does that mean?
Well, the tach's off too.
What does that all mean?
That's like the RPMs.
Oh, okay. It's good brakes.
Brakes it, yeah. This, I mean, I would drive this car.
Yeah. See, I don't see Mom using this as a daily driver, though, to be honest. I feel like it's gonna be, when it's nice out, it's
See that? Some like fucking Arab Christmas party going on.
like, that's what I see, though. Like, it's gonna be like her Jeep, but she could actually drive this.
Right.
Because you don't want to drive this every day.
But she would have to drive this every day.
Oh, because we would get rid of it.
Yeah. All right, so it was an IROC, but it's got a, what did it have?
It has a
LT1.
LT1 in it.
LT1 in it with a wiring nest
Yeah, but that's
of connectors that aren't plugged into anything.
because you don't need a half of them.
Speedo don't work. The tach don't work. Who knows if the fuel gauge works? Because once you start, that's the problem with that. Once you start putting the,
You find that out when you need to add gas on the side of the highway.
the AC's been taken out.
Yeah, that's annoying.
The interior is clean, but it's wet, like most of them. It's not overly wet, but it's wet. The car does sit outside though, so it's not really a ton wet because it's been raining for days, and it's not.
Monsoon.
It's not soaked.
The floor's on, so just the seat was.
So it probably needs not just T-top seals, but the hatchback seals too.
I think most of these things are
Yeah.
eventually going to need that.
But I don't know if that was the right car for baby mama. It was just a little too rough around the edges.
For us, it's nice.
Give her the Suburban.
No, that's not the point here.
And you take the IROC.
I want the IROC. I like my rotted Suburban.
All right, so after about two trips, I think we filmed to find this vehicle. It got so frustrating and so annoying with everybody selling complete garbage that we stopped filming because it was the same thing over and over again. We'd go look at a car, came with an envelope full of cash, and the car, we wouldn't even make an offer on any of them. And it got really annoying. So what happens? Yeah, we stopped filming and we finally found one. So so now we got it and we got to get it home and we got to get it parked in front of the house for Christmas morning. It really didn't go as we thought it was going to go, because we wanted to have it all registered and polished up for Christmas so that we could surprise her and she can get in it and she can drive away, and that didn't happen. But we got the keys, we got the car, and now Christmas morning we'll go ahead and we'll give her the keys.
Got $10 on it.
All right, Robbie, there's one more gift for Mommy.
Yeah.
Can you give it to her, please?
Give her what?
The gift on the thing!
I didn't know.
That's why he's the big dummy.
Thanks, Bobby.
Don't throw it to her.
What is this?
A keychain.
But what do they do?
What'd you always want in high school?
What did you do? What? How is this? What is Oh my god! How do you... I gotta have it use the key! What the hell?
It's not locked.
I think I just locked it. My husband's crazy. My husband and my family are crazy. Do I start it? Wow. I don't know, lamp, right?
That's it today from Axel's Garage. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
That was good.
Everyone take, let's go.